Late Night with the Devil, directed by Cameron and Colin Cairnes, is a found-footage horror film that unfolds as an episode of a fictional 1977 late-night talk show, Night Owls with Jack Delroy. On Halloween night, the show attempts to boost ratings with a live broadcast centered around the occult. But what begins as ratings bait quickly spirals into something far more sinister. Through the guise of an unedited broadcast reel, we witness the unraveling of Jack Delroy's psyche and the terrifying consequences of inviting real evil onto the stage. First act is about the showbiz. Jack Delroy is a charismatic, somewhat desperate late-night host known for Night Owls. Despite his polished persona, his career is stagnating. Recently widowed after his wife Madeline's death from cancer, Jack has become increasingly unhinged and eager to regain public favor. The film opens with documentary narration that introduces Jack's career, Madeline's illness, and his rumored ties to an occult group known as the Grove. The film presents the events of Halloween night, 1977, as a recently unearthed broadcast reel. Jack is airing a special episode centered on paranormal guests to revitalize ratings. The show includes Dr. June Ross Mitchell, a parapsychologist; Carmichael Haig, a famous debunker and psychic skeptic; Christu, a medium. Most importantly, Lily, a young girl who is the sole survivor of a satanic cult and is allegedly possessed by a demon named Mr. Wriggles. Jack masks his desperation with charm, but tension simmers beneath the surface. The stage is set for spiritual confrontation, and the audience thinks it's just Halloween fun. However, strange things begin to happen. Lily shows disturbing behavior, Christu has a sudden seizure, and technical issues plague the production. The second act breaks the illusion. As the show continues, it becomes clear that this is not merely a hoax or clever ratings stunt. During a live hypnosis demonstration, Lily begins to channel Mr. Wriggles, speaking in a demonic voice, revealing knowledge she should not possess, and mocking the hosts and guests with frightening accuracy. Jack begins unraveling mentally. He sees visions of his dead wife during commercial breaks, shot in eerie black and white 16mm format. The boundaries between live television, hallucination, and real supernatural events blur. His obsession with the show's success starts to override his sense of morality or safety. In a crucial moment, Carmichael Haig publicly challenges Lily's possession. He uses a heart monitor and asks questions to prove her fraudulence. Instead, he suffers a fatal psychic attack, bleeding from his eyes and dying on air, horrifying the live studio audience. Dr. June, terrified by what she's seen, warns Jack that Lily is not simply possessed, she is a vessel, and they may have invited a true demonic entity into the studio. She pleads for the show to be stopped. Jack refuses, eager to push forward, even exploiting Lily for more spectacle. The final act descent into madness and hell. Jack agrees to allow Dr. June to perform a seance ritual on air, hoping for a spectacular finale. The studio becomes bathed in unsettling light and shadow. The ritual initially appears to fail, until Lily levitates and begins speaking in a guttural voice, revealing dark secrets, including Jack's pact with the cult, the Grove, years ago to save his wife. It is revealed, or heavily implied, that Jack sacrificed his morality, career, and perhaps his wife's soul, in a desperate bid to cheat death and secure fame. The cult's influence, and the entity Mr. Wriggles, are tied to Jack himself. The demonic energy overwhelms the studio. Cameras cut in and out. Crew members flee or die. The show descends into a screaming void of hellish chaos. Jack is left alone with Lily, now fully possessed. She taunts him as the demonic figure Mr. Wriggles appears in ghostly flashes, whispering truths. In the final moments, Jack is shown embracing the demon, either consumed by madness or submitting to the possession himself. The broadcast ends abruptly. In the epilogue, the film cuts back to the documentary narration, explaining that the tape was never aired and was locked away for decades. Jack Delroy was found catatonic after the broadcast and later died in a psychiatric hospital. Lily vanished. As credits roll, we hear faint audio, echoes of voices, laughter, and demonic whispers, suggesting that the entity still lingers, and the broadcast was a kind of ritual in itself. For my final thoughts. Late Night with the Devil is a unique, genre-blending horror experience. With a 1970s aesthetic, clever use of split formats, studio footage versus behind the scenes, and a tight one-location setup, the film builds dread slowly before erupting into supernatural terror. At its heart, it's not just a ghost story, it's a commentary on ambition, grief, and how far people are willing to go to be seen. By turning a talk show into a gateway to hell, the movie critiques the exploitative nature of media, and leaves you wondering how much of what we watch is truly harmless.